Oh, wow. Big fan.
All right. Welcome to Talisman Tunes. I'm your host, Sam Truster.
I'm Josie Siegrest.
I'm Owen Jester.
And I'm Andrew Brook.
All right.
Our first 4-person episode.
Yep.
And then we got another one next time.
Swear?
Say swear.
All right. What's this album called?
This is quite the album. The Freewheelin something. It's kind of...
The Freewheelin Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Freewheelin Bob Dylan.
An absolute
Bob
banger.
Who in this room saw the Bob Dylan movie?
I did. First, we have weekly replay.
Am I first?
Yeah.
Who's okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me look at
All right,
this.
my three
Yeah, fine.
are Power by Kanye.
Okay.
Throne, Prince of the City, Wiz Khalifa, and Boys of Summer, Don Henley.
Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, bro. It's a banger. That one specifically.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, is it me next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Guess first.
All right. My first one is No Pull from Don Toliver. My second one is Premier In from Good Kid. And then my third one is Number 2 from Lil Tecca.
All right. I have Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
Dang.
Everybody by Lil Baby. And
Wait, Lil Baby?
Lil Baby.
Bro. Yeah, who would be named Big Baby? I feel like
And the Drinking Problem by Midland.
That one's fitting.
I got it. All right, Josie.
Okay, so the first song I have is Everything We Had by The Academy Is. And then Slow Down by The Academy Is. And then Thank you for the feedback. And then Turn It Off by Paramore. And special mention, Thinking of You by Katy Perry. That's specifically that one guy who does the really exaggerated TikToks with the song. Love that guy. Also, Katy Perry went to space. Can we talk about
Really?
it? Yes.
That's crazy.
She went to
Wait,
space.
you didn't know she was.
She went to
I
space.
didn't know she went.
It's on your face.
I don't care.
She went to space for 11 minutes and just held up a daisy and just looked really stupid at the camera.
That's crazy.
While the other people were like, "Oh my God, look at the Earth. We're also
Dude,
really
this
We're so small.
philosophical conclusions about the world and about life." And Katy Perry's just staring at the camera like,
Because you're hot, then you're cold.
yes, 'cause you're
Well,
not.
what else are billionaires gonna do? They're bored probably most of the time. Like if someone said, "Oh, you can go to space for 11 minutes," I'd go. Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the amount
Who
of
here's
money
going to space
and
if
the
offered?
hell no.
I'll go
Space
to space.
I'm
scares
not
me.
going to space.
Why would
Dude, because you might die. Like,
No, literally,
You
that
could
shit
literally die
scares
right
me.
now.
dude, you'd get so
yeah,
famous.
but think about the famous rocket explosions and all that. Like it's a higher
Yeah.
chance.
Think about all the people that have ever died.
Dude, no, because
Alright.
for me, it's you're being hurtled into a space where nobody even really knows what's going on
Yeah,
out
dude, just
there.
go on Google and look up Earth from space.
No,
You're gonna
seriously,
see
you
that
want to see the
exact-
stars?
Yeah.
Look up.
Yeah,
Look up.
I agree.
I
Well,
don't
no,
want you to
anymore.
see
We have
that
light
in
pollution.
person.
Light pollution.
yeah.
You
Meh.
want to start, Owen?
Wait, do I say my
Your
favorite?
favorite, least favorite?
I mean,
opinions.
I don't really have opinions on any of these songs, to be honest, because I think they're all the same thing.
Here, I'll go.
But no, not really.
It's not his
Favorite
it's not
is
your
maybe Girl from the North Country or Masters of War. But I mean, I don't know. See, even those I give 5 or maybe 5.5 out of 7. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of them are just I can't comment on.
kind of duty, but
Yeah, I don't know.
because he would just
And also, once I got to Here Down, is all the same song to me.
he would just kind of say a line and go.
Yeah, do his harmonica. Yeah. You started talking about Kennedy and the communists, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, least favorite, I guess, Corinna.
Corinna.
But I listened to that for 30 seconds. Yeah, no, I'm done with this one. So that's like a 2, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
And then overall,
Like a 4.5. I don't know. I mean, none of it's bad. I didn't get mad or it's nothing that you listen to and you're like, this is terrible. But it just doesn't give me anything either. It doesn't give me much good to listen to.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty mid.
Pretty mid.
That's exactly what I would have thought had I listened to it.
Mhm.
Why are you even on here if you didn't
I
listen
don't
to
know.
it? For fun?
They said I'm here for comic relief.
Okay.
It sounds like you're just walking along in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Thank you. It's nice. It's calming.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like you're on
It's
Fishing
chill.
Planet. You're on
I love it.
One Star Lake or whatever.
Had to say you're on Fishing Planet. Of course.
And what about okay.
Yeah, none of it's bad.
I'm
It's just none of it's good.
gonna let us continue on because I'm gonna glaze Bob Dylan at the end of this.
How about I go and
Yeah.
okay. So my opinions are very similar to Owen's. I'll go favorite. I'll go a hard rain it's gonna fall. But I don't like how he goes all hard, all hard, all hard,
Mm.
all hard. He like says
he overdoes it.
way too much.
That was the
Least,
first.
yeah, least favorite. Probably Bob Dylan's Blues or Down the Highway, because he just like
That's what I
says a lyric.
That's what I said.
He just says a lyric and then he just plays his guitar and then it gets annoying.
Yeah.
And like
That one song, what was the one that was like 7 minutes long?
that was a hard rain's gonna fall.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
he actually follows a melody, and so
Yeah.
just speaking.
I mean, we have to remember though, in like the 60s or whatever, this was probably some great stuff. Like, what really did they have?
Made in the 60s?
1963.
He talks about Kennedy, bro.
Dude, I thought this was just dropped. I was like, hey, Bob Dylan's dropping again. That's awesome.
He's still kicking.
Yeah.
I thought it was like Mozart, where they found music like 200 years later.
It probably would, honestly.
All right, well, for the 60s, this is a banger.
That's the thing.
You gotta count inflation though.
Inflation.
Inflation.
If anything, songs have gotten worse. I mean,
What do you know about Everybody by Lil Baby though?
Dude. Okay, my turn. Actually, what's your rating? I didn't let you finish. I'm sorry.
Me?
Yeah.
3.2.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
not gonna add a single song to my playlist.
I'll give it a 7.
A 7?
A 7 out of 7?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thanks for the insight.
Who am I to sit here and judge other people's art?
That
I
you
can't-
didn't
this is the whole
listen
point.
to.
That's the
whole podcast. Is give your opinion on it.
This is your fault for inviting me to a podcast. You know my intellectual prowess. What did you think was going to happen?
let's let Josie do her. Moving on.
Moving on. I really like Bob Dylan. In my opinion, I think they're oversimplified. Oh my god, that was really bad.
Are you editing that out or no?
Blah, 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 blah.
In my opinion, I think that you guys are kind of oversimplifying it. I think for the time, this was really cool and really influential. And Bob Dylan is known for his guitar work, his harmonica work, his lyricism, and all that. And I think that you kind of just dwindled it down to, you went on too long. Stop yapping. My favorite song. I have two. It would either be Don't Think Twice, It's Alright, or Blowing in the Wind. I really love those. I really appreciate, as someone who is just super cool and plays guitar, I really appreciate all the guitar, like all the licks in this album.
Licks.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, she's way cooler than us.
I'm way cooler.
Yeah,
I've been playing guitar since I was 10 years
nearly
old.
as cool.
What's your handicap?
We'll get into the golf story in a minute. But.
Yeah, how far can you hit your hybrid?
See, that's the insightful opinion. That's probably a better opinion than ours. But, you know,
I mean,
She
I don't know. I
put
think
effort into listening to it.
I've been listening to Bob Dylan for a long
Yeah.
time. Sam was the one who randomly said, "Yeah, let's listen to an album that is pretty much all instrumentals besides one song."
Let me tell
And then sent us back a
Let me tell
whole
the story.
beat.
Let me tell the story. Okay. So he asked me like 2 weeks ago. He's like, well, it was more than that because we postponed it. But he's like, you want to go on the podcast? We should do golf music. And he was like, he goes on his phone in the hallway.
He would too.
And he looks up John Daly edit. Which, if you don't know who John Daly is,
I don't.
just give it a Google. I mean,
no.
John,
he's the
He's a
most
legend.
American entity that like science has given
He's
us.
the best golfer of all time. was better than Tiger.
That's a stretch.
He beat Tiger.
Tiger over here. But and he's like, okay, we'll look up a John Daly edit. And then the first edit he sees, he goes to the song, and then it's that album. He's like, okay, I guess we're reviewing this. And it's Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
To be honest, Bob
I
Dylan.
was shocked that you picked Bob Dylan. I was like, wow, maybe I was wrong about Sam. Maybe he's gonna like pick
And then
this
you
really
hated on
good
it?
album.
No.
No.
John Daly.
Actually,
John Daly, baby.
I remember one of the first few weeks I knew Sam, we were snapping, and he had a guitar in his arms, and I was like, oh my god, you play guitar? And he was like, yeah, I'm learning. And I was like, well, I've been playing forever. This just shows that you're a freaking newbie. So anyway, to make a long story short, I gave this album like a 4.5 out of 7. I think it's
gave it.
yeah.
That's what I
I
gave
think that it was strong, but honestly, looking back, I would have guided us to listen to Bob Dylan Greatest Hits because it has his greatest hits. It's not going to be for everybody. I mean, even at the time, people were like, man, Bob Dylan, I don't like it, man. And that's going to come along with every artist, but specifically like folk and I mean, what some people consider Bob Dylan like old country, but I
It's
mean
like
that's
bluegrass,
debatable.
kind of.
Yeah. That whole genre just doesn't sit well with a lot of people. Some people find it boring. Some people, like Sam, who every single week is a new rap album, and he comes in and talks about Lil Baby. It might be a little slow paced and might not be as captivating for his brain. So,
Cause you're hot, then you're cold. You're yes,
That's not
then
rap.
you're
Lil
no.
Baby did not sing that.
Yeah.
Lil Baby did not sing that.
Name one Lil Baby lyric.
I have no idea.
We
and
should
so
do a
we're
white
back
girl
on
album.
Lil Baby.
But
So-
Mr. Graham, if you're watching, go on the podcast.
Mr. Graham,
Go on this.
I'm not that bad at golf, by the way.
Speak your truth.
all right,
Mhm.
do you
Yeah.
want to
All right.
give your? Want
I've played like 7 times in my life.
All right,
I
bro.
was having fun.
This is a music podcast.
I don't care.
I told him to speak his truth. Speak your
That's
truth.
true.
Yeah, hitting a golf ball is music to my ears. So, you know,
Okay.
I enjoyed playing, but I'm not that bad. All right, the score doesn't reflect my skill.
What's your handicap again?
Don't.
I'm pretty sure it's yet to be determined, right?
Okay.
Because I've only played one round of 18, and it's based on your average. So, like,
You need one more round of 18.
yeah,
Did you rate the album?
You gave it a
I
7.
gave it a
Oh,
7
yeah, you gave it a
because you need to
7.
put yourself in the shoes of the counterculture, right? This was very influential to the kids in this generation. They were fighting their parents or whatever. Like the Vietnam War was
It was
okay,
hippie.
we can
it
actually
was.
get into a conversation here because during this time, it was around the time of like the British invasion. I've written entire essays on this.
The British.
Of
they
the
teach
British
about this-
invasion of what?
The
AP Euro?
of music and of pop
Oh.
culture.
What?
So like with the Beatles,
Beatles?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
So you had Elvis. You had these like standardized American artists who were making it big, and rock
Yeah.
music was still very, very like vulgar and crazy, and everyone was wearing gray and black and going to work and have a baby and nuclear family. To make a long story short, the British came in, the Beatles came in, and girls were like, yeah, and then fangirl culture
Yeah, the British ruined
erupted.
it, like always.
They didn't ruin it in my, but
Name who was the British dude with the monkey?
What?
Remember
With the monkey?
The monkey movie?
oh, I know what you're talking about. The guy who made that one candy song.
Lollipop, lollipop.
No. That was like, dude. Okay, hold on.
Well, Drew, you want to talk about your golf game while she does
The
that?
monkey movie.
The monkey movie.
Wait, music.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out my driver. But like,
As are we all.
learned how to compress my irons. So.
I'll
This
figure
kid
it out
yesterday
later.
was literally opened up his Euro notebook where we're supposed to be taking notes for AP Euro, right? Starts, or actually,
Yeah.
it was psych,
was
whatever it
psych,
was.
yeah.
No, it was in psych, but it was my Euro.
Yeah. And he's watching golf lessons, writing how to compress, how to, writing all your tips down.
Yeah.
Anything but school, bro.
Yeah, I have iron compression, and then I have 4 drills to do to help. Just written out. I'm gonna take it to the range next time.
Back to the British invasion. That actually sprouted like fangirl culture, and there's a very deep dive into that. But it was so crazy watching these teenage girls randomly just start like screaming at the sight of these 4 men with bowl cuts that it like caused this big wave of, you know, I don't want to dress this way, I don't want to act this way, I don't want to have a nuclear family, I don't want to have a white picket fence. And so they kind of bled into the music and it bled into pop culture, and it was also kind of weird and unseen for artists overseas to come over and like have this big to-do with, that's a reference to one of my favorite albums, The Big To-Do by Drive-By Truckers. Anyway, this big to-do with pop culture over in America, and it was
truckers.
Mhm.
You know what that's like? That's like U2. Remember U2 in the 80s?
Yeah.
In you know,
Actually,
Irish in America?
You know the Grateful Dead?
No.
Okay.
I low-key don't know as much music as I should. But Sam probably does, right, Sam?
I've never heard of this people in my life.
You've never heard of the Grateful Dead?
You know, little baby.
It's great to be dead.
What? Also, I thought fangirl music started with Elvis.
I mean,
Oh,
it
it kinda
did, but
did.
it was around that time that was sprouting, is what I'm saying.
Do you
And
think
like,
that One Direction is part of the counterculture, or was?
well, One Direction, that's actually a that ties into it a lot. Is One Direction was the first band since the Beatles to have that big wave of support and like craziness.
Okay, where does Big Time Rush play in all of this?
I don't know. You can find a way later, but One Direction, it was crazy. And one of the craziest fangirl stories from One Direction is that they hacked into like an airport security just to get a 5-second clip of Harry Styles.
They hacked in the airport.
Like seriously, I'm not kidding.
Post 9/11.
Like, that's like
Yes.
a federal crime.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like,
You'll go on a list if you do that, bro.
Yeah.
You'll get, like,
I'm
deported.
not kidding. Like, they hacked into security cameras and just for a little glimpse at Harry Styles.
Wow.
It's not
And
that
it was
crazy.
crazy.
I just wanted to see him over the camera.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine how much
Yeah.
aura you'd get though?
That's true, dude.
Like he's
On the
aura
news
farming.
I mean, yeah. Anyway,
What's
yeah.
so funny? What's so funny?
All I can imagine is like when people like drop paper and then they like sign it when someone picks it up for them.
Aura farming.
This guy's doing it. Pitbull right
Yeah.
here. He's aura farming.
Our Pitbull flag.
Mm-hmm.
Live, laugh, love, Mr. Worldwide.
Everyone watching this is aura farming. Right?
Yeah.
That's true. For the day.
Oh yeah, do a lunch review.
How
Was
was
the
your
pizza
food?
good?
Low-key, Gordon Food Service, you need to step it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's disappointing.
Step it up a little bit.
How was your like customer service? How did the lunch
Yeah,
ladies
yeah.
treat you?
Oh, it was very efficient. It was very nice.
Mhm.
They're angels.
I know, they are.
Mm-hmm. They're
Dude, I
really
haven't had a
nice.
school
Whenever
lunch
my
since,
lunch
like,
money isn't in, she
2018.
refreshes the whole system for me.
Yeah, I mean, there
Really
were like
nice.
6 people that just spawned right in front of me, like
Yeah.
throughout the experience. But like other than that, it was pretty good.
How do you feel about the lunch lady strike and them not showing up
There's
to
a
jobs?
Oh,
When?
Yeah, dude, there's always that
There's a
sign on the home
strike.
stretch.
When?
That they don't ever show up
Like
to the
last
jobs.
couple weeks. You ever see like the sign on the home stretch, like the thing they slide across to lock it, but like, sorry, lunch ladies aren't at work today.
I'm sure
Go to the
there's a
other
good
line.
reason.
Mm.
Like what?
I don't know, dude.
I
They're
don't know.
Probably paying them nothing. As
That's what
any
I'm
strike.
Do you think lunch ladies get paid more than teachers?
No,
They-
definitely not.
Gym
And they
teachers.
shouldn't. I mean, I think teachers should make more, but like,
Teachers should make more, and I'm not just saying that as someone who's going to go become a teacher.
Yeah, guys, lawyers should make more money as well, by the way.
Mhm.
I'm not just saying that because
Nope.
I'm going to be in pre-law, but like, yeah.
Don't lawyers already make like a
They
butt ton of money?
Yeah,
Plenty of
that's
money.
the whole
Dude.
point of me saying this.
I thought you were gonna become a caddy.
Give me 30K in 20 years,
He doesn't
please.
think I could be cat.
that's not true.
I think he has.
I live and breathe the game of golf, okay? What are you laughing?
Nothing, dude. This is quite the episode.
This is quite the episode, but we're off topic. Like, what is
Yeah.
there anything left to talk about? Do we need to
I
be
bet Bob
rolling?
Dylan golfs. If you have $1 million, what are you gonna do that isn't golf?
He has more than $1 million. That man, there's no
Exactly
way.
my point. You could be playing Augusta National. Right
Bob
now. I
Dylan
don't
plays
care.
golf.
I knew it.
Does he?
I knew it.
Bob Dylan used to be friends with John Lennon.
Well,
Then he
I did not know
died.
that.
yeah.
Rest in peace, John.